This is the recipe for making shortbread. What are the ingredients that we need, Norma? Could you please?
Need a pound of plain flour.
A pound of plain flour.
8 ounces of butter.
8 ounces of butter.
4 of castor sugar. 4 ounces of castor sugar.
4 ounces of castor sugar, which is what you have been waiting.
Yeah, and some salt.
And some salt.
A scant teaspoonful of salt.
A scant teaspoon of salt. Oh, let's see. Let's watch. Is that a? How do you know that this is a scant?
Because I know what a teaspoonful is.
What does scant mean is what she's asking.
Right. Okay. Okay. Never mind. Let's move on. Yeah.
So we're going to put it into the microwave.
Into the microwave.
Yeah, just to melt the butter down a bit.
Right, for a minute and 40 seconds.
No. Not as long as that.
Right, not as long as that. Just 10 seconds. Oops.
You see, and then once it starts to soften, you
Yep.
just watch it till it softens.
Which is
I would say maybe 35 seconds.
35 seconds.
You know, you just got to keep watching. So that's it starting now.
Right. Oh, I don't know. Just a wee bit of.
So that's about
Fantastic.
right now. And we're going to cream the butter and sugar and salt until it's nice and creamy.
Right.
And then we're just going to add the flour.
To add the flour. Oh,
We need a pound of plain flour.
a pound of plain flour.
Yeah. So we have the sieve, and this cup holds 4 ounces of flour.
Oh, hold on. Can I see the... Right. That's a special cup because it has the measurement of 8 ounces of...
Four.
Oh, sorry. 4 ounces of
And it's
flour.
plain flour.
And that's the plain flour.
Yeah.
Right.
So a full cup of that is 4 ounces.
Yeah?
So we just always put it in through the sieve,
Yep.
just in case there's any unwanted bits and pieces got mixed into the flour.
Alright.
So that's the first.
Can that
4.
happen though?
Not so much now. In the old days it used to,
Oh, in the old days.
but not now. So this is 4 ounces of flour been mixed in,
Yep.
and all we're going to do is put 4 cupfuls of that flour, which is a pound of flour. So that's, and you always mix it until there's no flour showing. Get it all mixed in properly. Make sure you go around the edges and get it all in. So that was 4. This is 8. This is the second cup. So that's 8.
How's your tea's ready? Okay, over here.
Okay.
No, it feels like
Excuse me. Are you just overtaking the main role?
Need the interruptions.
Yeah,
Just letting you
we
know
don't need
the
interruptions.
tea's ready, okay, people? Enjoy.
How unprofessional, Norma. Honestly. Anyway, so where were we with the
We've got
flour?
8 ounces now.
8 ounces now.
Yep. So once all this is mixed in and no flour showing again,
No flour showing.
you
That's
just
quite
keep
important.
around and make sure it's all mixed in.
Mm-hmm.
This is 12. of flour. The third cup.
So how much was in total?
A pound.
A pound.
16 ounces.
16 ounces.
So this is 12, so this is the second last cup.
No, this is the third glass.
Yeah, the second last out of 4.
Oh,
This
right.
is the third one.
Right, this is the third one. Out of 4. Ah, okay. Sorry, I'm not very familiar
That's okay.
with ounces.
So this is 12 ounces now.
12
have been
ounces.
put in, and we have one more cup after this. So we get all this, you just keep pounding away at it to make sure it's all mixed.
It is getting, the dough is getting quite
You see? So
hard, isn't it?
It firms up, so we get all this in, and this will be the last cup to go in. This is the 16 ounces. So we can put the flour away. That's it.
Okay.
And this is the last flour being added.
Do you need to be quite skillful to mix it in properly, or
No, it's just
it's just a matter of practice?
It's just a case. At first, you know, when I was really young, I used to get so scunnered trying to get all the flour mixed in. But, you know, if you just keep working on it and pressing the wooden spoon into it, it does all incorporate. So that is really about it. And what we do now, once you're not seeing too much white flour left, we're going to knead it. People used to put great importance onto kneading, and honestly there's not a lot to it. You just sort of get your hands into the middle and make sure it's all mixed properly. So that's the end of that bit. Now just wash your hands.
That's an interesting texture. What we have now.
So just a case of making sure you have no rings on, because the whole thing gets into it. And you just really take it and do this, and that, you know, just squeeze it all in, and you can see the difference in it. It becomes one mass instead of, you know, rough sort of floury bits and pieces, you know. And even if it's not all incorporated, what we're doing next and then spreading it, that gets it all mixed in properly. So that's really as much as you need to do just now. So we then
It looks like the dough for making bread a wee bit, doesn't it?
it's a slightly different texture, but it's not unlike it. So then we get 2 Swiss roll tins. You'll notice these are very worn. Very, very worn. Always just go for a rub with my kitchen roll in case there's any dust or anything got into the bits around the edges. So one's actually just a wee bit bigger than the other, but it's not the end of the world. I've been making it this way for years. So all we do now is just grab handfuls of it and put it into the tin. That should do that now. And you don't have to worry if it's a bit crummy because we're going to press it into the tin, and then I'll show you the last part of it.
Okay.
You see, so you just
So you just flatten it all.
just it doesn't have to be all even because you'll see what I'm going to do in a minute. I'll even it out far more. So you really want to just fill the tin with mixture. Try and keep it the same depth, obviously. It's not always possible. I very often have thin bits and thick bits, especially if I'm in a hurry. But roughly the same kind of depth. So that's one tin more or less ready. You can figure out where the thick bits and thin bits are and alter it, but that's not bad. And the same with this one. We've jumped from one tin to the other, you'll notice. And you know, you can feel thick, deep bits and move them across before you start
Alright.
with the knife. There's a big thick bit.
It seems so easy when you just look at it.
You know, it's something I've been doing for years, and you just get into the way of doing it, and that's it. Takes no time at all. So that really isn't too bad. Now, this is the pièce de résistance, an old-fashioned knife, broad, flat blade.
Right?
And this is something I discovered over the years.
Right.
The answer
That's
to
a very professional tip, what we are seeing.
this
Just
is
now.
the answer to getting it halfway smooth and even. If you just keep going over it with your big broad knife. A palette knife, I suppose, would be ideal, but it's not as it's more bendy.
Right.
You're better with something that's good and, you know, strong. So you don't want any cracks. You really want it to be as smooth and even as you can get it.
As possible.
So I'll just drop some of it in it. So that's not too bad now.
It looks pretty even from here.
Well, this knife tip is just in the past 10 years or so that I've figured that that's a good idea. So you see that, and once it's cooked you really don't see any of these dents and marks in it. Do the same with this one. I don't know, I go around the edges first. Oops. Oh, that's the trappers. The gypsy weddings thing.
Oh yeah.
They really are. That annoys me no end. Where do they get the money? Tell me.
Oh, they are so tacky though.
Yeah, but it's really annoying because somewhere illicitly and illegally they make money. You know, and it really does get your back up. There's a really thin bit. There's a thick bit there though. You see?
Oh, it's like plastering a wall.
Yeah, you just sort of work it out and
Yeah.
figure where the very thin bits are because you don't want a wee skinny bit. There's still a kind of fat bit there. That's not bad. So that's really it. And what we do now, you could be here all night. There needs to be creases
Aye.
taken out. You've got to give up at some stage.
As soon as it looks reasonably even.
So what we do now, a fork. This is one of my favourite forks. I've got the steak fork, and just the whole way over.
Mm.
And that's for the heat to go down through these holes.
All right.
Well, so they say it helps it, but we don't want these bits sticking up.
Mm.
So you see, it doesn't take long. It's just
No, it doesn't at all. once you have enough, once you've done this enough times, I guess. How many times do you reckon you would have done this?
you're talking about thousands.
Thousands.
I make shortbread 2 and 3 times a week usually. And sometimes I bake 6, 7, 8 loads if it's for a wedding reception or anything like that.
Right. And that's for.
Uh-oh, is there something in that oven? What's the
So now,
So it's going to go into the oven.
what's the temperature?
About 160, just over, slightly over 150. And we're going to put it in for about 16 minutes and then we'll check it. Usually it's about 18-20 minutes.
18-20 minutes at 150 degrees.
A teeny bit over 150, I would say.
A teeny bit. And then 16 minutes, although it will take.
Yeah, but we'll have to check it. We just want it to be a kind of just going into a biscuit colour. You know, we don't want it brown.
Right.
So that's really it.
Right, okay. Thanks a lot for your lesson at Christmas night, Norma. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.